Last time I saw my brother Mitchell was on February 21st at a cabin he was renting on the outskirts of Athens, Georgia. He insisted emphatically I come see him again during my sojourn to the Deep South, via New Orleans, before I ramble on back up the coast to Maine. How I am forever thankful and blessed that I honor his pressing request to grace his presence. I pulled in with my Twine Street Rambler late into the night, spent an hour or so catching up, and went to sleep a little troubled. He told me how he was going to go out in a blaze of glory and didn't think he would be around much longer than a few more years. In the morning I was getting ready sorting through and organizing my things. He walked up with his usual infectious smile and gave me some coffee and toast for breakfast. I graciously accepted. We sat in the morning sun and had small talk that went on for some time. I had just purchased a book on astral projection that caught his attention. Lying at the base of my cot, he enthusiastically asked if he could have the book and promised to read it. I gifted him the book with no delay. I drove him to work that morning and we parted ways on a charming and brotherly note. Little did I know how prophetic that gift would come to be, and how prophetic his prediction of his own untimely fate would be. On Easter Sunday, a few months later, I started an intense 9-day fast in celebration and preparation for our 40th birthday on May 4th. On the eve of our birthday, I broke the fast in the early morning hours just around 3 a.m. 7 hours later, I received a devastating call from my friend Randy. He painfully shared with me the tragic news of my brother's death before dawn on the 3rd of May, just after I had awoken and broken my fast. A wave of catatonic arrest swept over me like 1,000 broken arrows to the heart. On that rainy, cold day in Maine, I realized that prophetic moment and manifested from the last time I spent with my beloved Mitchell. His spirit was cast forth from his body and catapulted into another dimension parallel to ours. He had been abruptly separated from his body, and his spirit was liberated to gaze out and explore the infinite multiverse just beyond this thin veil we call reality. His pain and sorrow, his triumphs and losses, his trials and tribulations, his deep-rooted struggle to survive in the troubled and broken-hearted world was finally lifted. Free to gaze upon the glory and wonder of his true essence, his radiating, luminous, and transcendent energy body, emanating outward and inward infinity with his unconditional love and compassion for everything in the cosmos. Like a caged bird set free, Mitchell has finally escaped the relentless shackles of the material world, to use a southern cliche that Mitch would enjoy. Like a free bird and a rambling man, he's back in the saddle, gone with the wind and out on the road again, heading straight for the tallest mountain on the horizon. The last time I spoke to Mitch on the phone, he was visiting family and friends in our home turf of Indiana. He stated with no reservations that he was heading out west to the Rockies whether the Maverick made it or not. Alas, the shackles of bills and responsibility pulled him back to Georgia. He never made it out west, like he so longed to go. As a final gesture from a loving brother, I've decided to do another fast. I'll hike the earth in silence, this time for 3 days, as I lose myself in the mountains of North Georgia. With my brother by my side in spirit, I will cast his ashes to the wind and the earth on the summit of Blood Mountain, as the sun sets over the western horizon. The mountain will become part of his legend and will rise high into the sky as his stupendous and dignified gravestone. And at the highest point will be the handmade epitaph with an altered poem by Edna St. Vincent Millay. My candle burned at both ends. It did not last the night. But ah, my foes, and oh, my friends, it gave off such a lovely light. In his closing farewell mantra, he said to us all, "See you on the flip side." Long as I live, I'll eat and drink the sorrow of loving you, nor will I surrender it, this sorrow, to anyone when I am dead. Tomorrow, when resurrection comes, I'll walk forth with this raging thirst still in my head. Long as I live, I'll eat and drink the sorrow of loving you, nor will I surrender it, this sorrow, to anyone when I'm dead. Tomorrow, when resurrection comes, I'll walk forth with this raging thirst still in my head.